Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us today. On this day in 2005, 52 innocent people were murdered in a coordinated terrorist attack across London's transport infrastructure. Hundreds of others were injured, either physically or mentally or both. Sadly, this year, due to COVID-19, we were unable to share a physical space, but some of the families and survivors have come together to produce this short film instead.
No one who was in London on the 7th of July 2005 will ever forget what they experienced that day. And for those directly affected by what happened, the loved ones of the 52 victims, the hundreds who suffered physical injury, mental trauma, the emergency services and tube staff who rushed to help and witnessed truly horrific scenes, for them, the passage of time will have done little to numb the pain they feel. And while all such anniversaries are difficult, I know this one will be especially hard.
No one wants to be part of the 7/7 community. If not for a twist of fate, the bereaved would be with their loved ones, and we'd all be voyeurs on someone else's journey. The 7/7 community has, however, become like a family to me over the past 15 years, without which my road to recovery would have been so much more difficult, if not impossible.
The 7th of July 2005 is a day London will never forget. The indiscriminate targeting of Londoners on our public transport system was an act of unspeakable evil. 52 innocent people lost their lives. More than 700 were injured, and countless others were left bereaved and heartbroken.
You see, sometimes when you're having a conversation with a random person, it could be in the pub, at an event, on a park bench. Sometimes you decide, I'm going to tell them my story. Sometimes you tell them I was caught up in 7/7. Multiple times over the past couple of years, I've had that random person respond with, I was at Borough, I was at London Bridge, I was at Westminster, I was at Manchester. It hurts to hear.
Today we remember the 52 people who lost their lives on the 7th of July 2005 in those terrible, terrible events 15 years ago. We remember the people they were, the good they did, the lives they should have been able to lead, so cruelly snatched away.
I'm Sam Everington, a GP in the East End of London. 15 years ago, I was one of the doctors at BMA House when the bus bomb went off. It was a day that I will never forget. I constantly think about what we did on that day and just hope that we did save some lives and we made people's last moments a little better.
It seems so desperately cruel that the pandemic should have denied you this occasion to see and to hold each other, to be together as you mourn and remember. Nevertheless, as you gather virtually, I pray you may be able to take strength from knowing that in your homes or wherever you might be, you are once again joined together by everything that you share. For all of us, today is an occasion to remember those who were so tragically lost and to stand with those who were left behind. It is also an opportunity to reaffirm our shared determination that tolerance and compassion will triumph over division and hatred, and that hope will always prevail. In all of this, ladies and gentlemen, I could hardly be more proud to join you, and I send you my special thoughts and blessings.
Footprints in our minds, the well-remembered tones in every breeze we hear. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna work it out.
Move mountains, we're gonna work it out. Move mountains. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe,
And I know you feel like crying.